And because I know where I come from. I come from my mother, very strong. So I knew what she had to do. But, nobody's telling their story. Nobody's telling at how good this sister's doing over here, this sister's doing
My brother,
over there.
it doesn't matter how good one is.
I'm-
Even
what
though
I'm
a
saying-
1,000 is doing
what
good
I'm-
and there is 10,000 that is being affected.
Right.
Because what they only show you, because when I first came to this country, I'm just going to draw a short reference. When I first came to America, I didn't know America had poor people. Honestly. Because on the television back home, my brother, America is one of the most I used to, when I came and I said, but none of the things that you guys have here, we have it back home. I don't see poor people live the way poor people live.
Yeah, poor people live
no,
good.
but when you're out of there, you don't see that.
Right, of course.
So that's what I'm saying. So, and this wise man taught me a lesson a day while I was home, and he said to me something about a sufferation of another brother from a different world. And I said, but those men all the way over there, what are you telling me about this? And he tell me, man, if when one is suffering and you cannot feel the suffering of that one, you are not connected.
Right.
And you need to be connected to feel that. Don't look at the 99 good sheep that is saved, but he left that 99 there and go and save that one.
Right.
So in spite of the 99 good sisters that are doing good, the one sister that is suffering is your responsibility and my responsibility to see that we can go and get that sister.
I understand.
Yeah.
And the parable was given to us just the same way I'm giving it to you. The 99 sheep was there, but that one that was lost, the shepherd still left and went and seek it.
That's how important the one person is,
The one is so important.
you know?
And as long as one has any problem, the 99 still doesn't matter.
Right.
Always the one you have to bring back to the fold to complete it. And we as a people in this time we live in, the preparation for our own self we need to start looking into it and see where are we, what are we supposed to do, and why are we here and in that situation that we are in. So we need to start looking into the reason of wanting what's best for ourselves and our own.
That's right.
I got you. But what I was looking at was the base of it. What do we know about the foundation of
The
all
base
of
of
it?
it was never built for you, my brother. The base was always be, because as long as you are because they say we are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Exactly.
And because we are destroyed for lack of knowledge, the base of it is always, if I can keep you as a slave as you are, I can always govern over you. And for you to be free from it, you need to let go of.
But you have to know what you're fighting.
But you know what you're fighting.
No, you don't.
Why you don't?
Because if you say all these women are being abducted, but at the same time, you're looking, let me go save this one. From what?
From what?
From what? You don't know what it is. There is no base there.
But you have a base.
No, but you're not telling me, okay, what's the foundation of it?
They have a business today, right?
Right.
They said there is sex slave trade. That's a money
That's the
making
base. Exactly.
marketing. You said they have organ selling. That's another money marketing.
That's my base.
I'm just
Yeah.
building the base for you.
You
So
can't-
now there is another one, abusing of women, just harass them, to hold them and put them in
Right.
prison. That's another foundation of the base. What is it for? You keep the system in grinding, because putting you in prison, that's a business.
Yeah,
Money.
of
So
course.
every one of them is always the money foundation, because it's always the profit.
Now you know
because
what
every
you're
one
fighting.
so everybody that is doing whatever they do, they always, when you look at the foundation of it, it's always profitable. But who does it profit?
Exactly.
ain't
That's,
us.
So,
that's
and
what I
if
mean.
if
That's
you
where I was going with
because
it.
you can follow the money and know who it's profited. So it's
Right.
always profit the system, because at the end of the day, the system is always the one benefiting from it. Now,
Right.
to have a just system, you need to have Because literally this system that we are in, it was never built on a just foundation. It
No.
was always built on the foundation of theft, death, molestation, killing, whatever. Because look at it, they came, kill all the Indians, brought you here, whoop you, starve you. It's never built on a just system. So you know what you're fighting. The system is always there at the end of the day.
That's what I wanted you to point out.
There's a lot of prejudice.
Yeah, and you know what? I get it. I'm just playing devil's advocate, because I understand where you're going. And one thing about it, if you don't know what your enemy looks like, you'll be swinging in the wind. Or know what your enemy sounds like, or even how he thinks. In order to beat a game, you gotta learn the game so you can beat it. If you don't know the game, you
But
can't
how
beat the
long
game.
will it take you to learn the game when you have been suffering in it for 400 years?
If you're an individual, this is why they're actually cutting or attempting to cut Black history out of the curriculum. So if you've been on this earth for 50 plus years, you know what you're doing, or you know what you're looking at. Just like the drug dealers, they didn't bring the drugs into this country. They're not responsible for that. They're responsible for street level sales. So if you go back and look even deeper into that, if you don't get to the root of it, it'll still keep growing. Just like the greed, it'll still keep growing if you don't go to the root. Just like the last time we was on a show together, I said, shut down. Shut down for a day to teach them a lesson. Shut it down, everything.
No,
If-
and I don't
if black
believe.
folks-
I don't believe in shutting down. I believe
Why?
in separation.
If black folks
to
stay
do for
home
my
for
own and
one
my
day,
kind.
we would change the dynamics of this.
Yeah, but when you change the dynamic and it start all over, who is the leader of the dynamic that you wanted to change? You and still.
Well,
not
just
the-
like you said, separate yourself from that.
Yeah, but only for one day you want to separate yourself.
Shut it down.
I want to separate
That's to
forever,
show the power.
and we can build for our own. Because we can plant our own food, we can do our own clothes. We send you to space. You didn't even know how to do the math. So we could have sent our own self to space and go on the moon and put our first flag in.
But okay, you're speaking on it, right? But where is your starting point?
My starting point is always wherever we see the need to start, we can start today. I would love to start from now. As a matter of fact, I'm Moses today.
And then
get my people out of here today.
Okay, what would be your end result?
My end result is, let me ask you a question. I'm just going to answer you one little question.
Right.
A while ago, you said that Israel, right? You were
Right.
talking to me.
Right.
After Hitler killed all those people, do evil to them. We only talk about the ones that Hitler did.
Right.
The 6 million people.
Right.
Which was very horrible. And I do not think no human being supposed to suffer from any nation, 6 million people death. That's a sin against God and against humanity. But at the end of the day, Hitler did all that wrong to them. They should have taken all Hitler land and give it to those people. But they went to a strange country. Take the people land and give it to them. So
Right.
you're asking me, if you can take a strange country land, why can't you go and either you give me part of yours or you go and take somebody else own and divide it for me too, so that I can build my own government with my own slave people, so we can go back to the knowledge of our original roots, because we have an original roots.
Right.
And that is why they want to take out Black history. They want to teach you Black history because they give you a month.
Yeah, and they
And
water
the
it down.
Black History Month they give you is your slavery route. I don't want that route. They can keep their month.
Right.
Give me my whole world, because the whole world belongs to me, not to nobody. Everybody who comes after us is second-hand people. When you go back to creation, always, we were the foundation of it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, all I'm saying, the same way we could have separated ourselves and say, because I'm Moses, I'm speaking on Moses' part.
Okay.
Let my people go and let them go and worship their God, and then we will do for our own self what we were accustomed of doing before we came into this crucial and evil area where we are today.
Okay.
So if
We
in
got
case we
3
have to
minutes.
go, 3 minutes, if in
Yeah.
case we have to go.
Okay, but
my
I got
point
something
is-
for you.
Yes, sir. If in case we have to go, just the same way that Israel could have got a portion of the earth, we have even more rights to get a double portion of the earth so we can do things for ourselves. So, Mr. Government, Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Everywhere around the world, Africa, everywhere. Your little Moses is asking you, please, to put aside for us our portion so that we can do for ourselves, so we can love our own people the way we want to and treat them the way we want to, please.
Reconstruction. The Great Migration. Reconstruction, slaves are free. What happened?
You're still not free, my brother. You're still crying
What
for
happened?
justice. You're still asking for
What happened?
equal
though?
rights. You're still
No,
asking
no,
for
but
everything.
what happened?